Lennox, bring the drums
Run
in.
it. I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah, I can't take no loss. I don't even know what it costs. Yeah, I hit the ground, then it go off. Yeah.
What is going on, you guys? Welcome to D&C on the Rise. We are back with another ladies' night.
All right, guys. So today we're gonna start off with you. Just give me your name, age, dating status, and what you do, like as far as work.
You might have to repeat that. But my name is Alejandra. I go by Alex. I'm a bilingual translator, and I am 25, but I feel 35. What's the other question? Did I answer?
That was the dating status.
Oh, single.
All right. My name is Halima. I'm 23, and I'm a paralegal. And my dating status, I'm taken.
Hey, y'all. My name is Clarice, but I go by Clara. I'm 24, and for work, I work in corporate security.
Dating status.
Oh, yeah. No, I'm taken.
All right, so today we're going to be starting this off with a discussion about some of the red flags that we had covered in one of our last videos. So, ladies, what of the list that we had covered really struck out to you the most?
Guy friends was one.
Yeah, guy friends definitely stood out because the way we talked about it was based off of boundaries and not just, like some people perceive specific friendships and take them as relationships as where you have to keep up with that person every single day. I feel like that's something that cannot be kept up when you're in a relationship. That's a bit much. Now you can check in on the person. Hey, how you doing? How's your relationship? Yeah, okay, cool. Do that a couple of times a year or whatever. That's cool, but like that excessive talking is just, that's a bit much.
Certainly. So definitely guy friends, and then the other one was like hoe friends, I think it was. It wasn't it hoe friends or something?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, hoe friends, 110%.
Halima, can you pull the mic a little bit closer to you?
Yeah.
Thank you.
But like, what you mean by hoe friends though?
It was just a topic that it's huge as a red flag. Like I feel like as a female, especially, like we have a lot of female friends that are hoes, and that's a topic to be spoken on about for like years.
No, but for real, it's been brought up a lot. It's been brought up a lot.
You get a lot of those.
Yeah, but yeah, you get a lot of those for sure.
What you think, Alex?
No, I agree.
Yeah,
I agree.
Do you think that having hoe friends like makes you a hoe or makes you look like a hoe in front of other people?
Definitely.
Yeah.
If you're around those type of people, yes.
Literally.
I quickly assume,
Yeah,
Exactly.
yeah.
And that's because when you meet someone or when you see someone, that's your first, that's your judgment. You're like, how you dress, how you look, how you carry yourself, how you act.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, she's ghetto if she's acting wild. Or he carries himself really nicely. Look how respectful and stuff. So certainly if you're hanging around a group of females who carry themselves as hoes, as we quote, I'm going to say you're a hoe too. Ain't no like perky girl who keeps herself well put is going to hang out with a group of females who
that don't
carry
work.
themselves
That
right.
don't work for sure.
I agree with that.
All right, well, kind of threw a lot in there at once. Combined a couple of things. But we had said that, like, guys are basically, if a girl has guy friends, that guy's pretty much just waiting for his opening. Do you agree with that?
Agreed, 110%.
Yeah.
Have you had any experiences with some?
Hold up. She looks like she was thinking.
No,
That-
I agree, but like, I always want to like be like, yeah, I have that hope that, he's actually a genuine friend, but we're all human beings and we need needs, Do I keep cutting out?
No,
you can hear you.
That's then it's, I don't know. But yeah, I do agree.
I agree with you because, and this is like personal too, like in general, any guy friend I have, and I've had guy friends for like the longest guy friend relationship I have is like 12 years. And I will say that he wants to date. I mean, that's obvious. So men do not wait for a female and be their friend, always listening to your crap simply because they just want to be friends.
Yeah.
No, he's trying to let you know.
No, that's
I'm
facts.
here
That's
if you
facts.
need me. I'm that comforting guy. So that way,
Yeah.
when you land on your ass, you're like, hey, you run to him just like what he wanted. That's why he was there the whole time.
Exactly. And now he knows all this information because you gave it to
Exactly.
him. So he
Yeah,
knows
Go out
so
and
he knows exactly what to
role,
say,
yeah,
exactly.
like what you want to hear and all that.
He knows what you want to hear. Agreed.
Yeah, definitely. I feel like, like if you're not like gay or something, like if I don't have like confirmation
No
that that could
disrespect.
never happen. But like, because like I like to base this a lot on the fact that I'm a Virgo. Like I could pick up bullshit from a mile away. So like if I see you hinting, or if I can smell a little fishy, then you gone for real. Because I value the friendships that I do have, or like the male friendships that I do have now. I've had since I was like 10 years old. Those are people that I met when I was like ELA classes. I didn't speak English. Like we grew up together. You feel me?
Yeah.
It's never been weird. They're friends with my brothers and all that. So there's no room for that. You feel me? But anything other than that, like nah. Like I could pick up your bullshit from a mile away. Like.
So I'm wondering if you have any stories about when one of these guy friends ended up showing his true colors.
Certainly.
Like bluntly,
Bro.
like bluntly, like straight to
That's
the
bu-
point,
yeah,
or
it's straight to
like
the
give me in
point.
Either,
general.
whether it was kind of more subtle and you just picked up on it and then maybe you confronted him about it, or if he was more blunt about it.
I'll start. I have a good friend who I've been friends with him since like 2011, and he actually lives in Florida. And he's a really good person. I mean, I think 2011 I was like 12 years old, so you know, it wasn't like, oh yeah, you know, like, relationship, cool, no. So we did start off as friends, but it was obvious that after a while he wanted more. I mean, he would like, hey, you know, like as a man does when he wants a female, he like, you know, tries to get her in a different way. It's not a friendly way. Like, how you doing? You know, I'm not going to text you all day. No, it's let's talk on the phone 24/7. Let's get on FaceTime.
Yeah, heavy on that FaceTime stuff too.
Like, I'm not doing that. And I'm not checking up on you 25/8 if we're just
Yeah,
friends. It's
Definitely
just,
not.
things switch over. And he did make it clear, like, I'd like a relationship with you. I don't like seeing you talk to other people. And that's how you broke. Simply.
So, with this guy friend stuff, when we posted the video from last week, like out of all the red flags that we mentioned, the one that I got hit with the most was this guy friend shit. Like, no, it's not that. It's
Like-
so, and these are girls that like are in relationships too.
See,
Yeah,
so
that's-
what
that's
do you
being
like? What's your
delusional,
message
bro.
to them?
Nah, you're being delusional, bro.
It's either that or they're way too young or haven't been
Yeah,
through
or
enough
they
relationships.
have either they haven't experienced that yet themselves. Like for real, like there's some people I guess that just can't pick up hints or can't pick up the stuff around
It's
them. Like
in
you gotta
denial.
come out and tell them, or like you're in denial, like Halima said, or you're just being delusional. Like you don't want to believe it. You feel me?
Yeah.
Some people do value their relationships for people that have been there for them that much that they don't want to believe that it ever go that way. But the reality is, it would. You feel me? You gotta always put logic and reality over your feelings because you never know what's gonna happen. You feel me?
Yeah, I agree.
No, to the ones who like who are like, you know, saying no, you know, it's not this, blah, blah, blah. They are supporting, you know, the idea of they might, you know, get with the person and
Yeah.
be unfaithful to their significant other.
Yeah.
That's just what you know, the way I see it. You know, I believe that.
I agree.
So I think these people who came at you, these women who came at you with these opinions, I think that they are trying to basically, they enjoy the attention they get from the guy friends. So they're trying to basically safeguard their ability to get that. Do you? what's your-
110%.
Yes.
Because why else would you protect that when you know it's wrong?
Exactly.
Come on now.
Like
you
deep
got
down,
a
that's what
whole
I'm saying. Deep
man's
down
like,
inside, everyone knows it's wrong, bro.
Logically speaking. Well, that's the thing with females, though. You got to think about it. And I am a female. We all are. But
Yeah.
I am logic. I think with logic and ethics, that's also a big part about being in the law
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
But females are not logical human beings, nor are they ethical human beings. So when you bring up a question like, hi, is a guy friend like a red flag? Of course not.
That's based
Like,
on
you're in
emotion. Like,
denial
shit away.
because you have a good guy friend who's probably on your tail and you like the compliments he gives you or how he checks up on you. You like having that backup there
Yeah.
to where you're going to defend
Like a
that
pillow, you
question.
know?
Exactly.
Like a
Literally.
pillow.
You fall, you got
So-
a little cushion.
Yep.
What about for the guys that have girlfriends?
Yeah, hell
that-
no. Let me tell you
Got a
It
bunch
goes
of
the
guy
same
friends.
way.
Let me tell you something. It goes the same way,
Yeah.
if not worse, because then she hearing about your whole relationship.
It's not even that.
Think about it, bro. She know everything that's going
No,
up
I'm
in your
saying
relationship.
the guy that's like dating a girl and
Right.
allows
I
his
like
girl to have all these guy friends. Like, how? What do you like? What's your take on that, man?
I mean, hey, you
He's
want to call
probably-
it
he's probably
security or
doing his own
whatever.
stuff
He
on
probably
side.
doing something. He got a female best friend
It just
somewhere.
depends, to be honest. It just depends. Like, you really.
Let me
know,
tell you something,
Hold on,
sweetie.
Clarice.
No, hold on. Go ahead. Finish off. Finish
Yeah.
off.
No, go. Continue.
no,
continue.
finish off, finish
No,
your
because
thought.
then I get back. I want to hear what you
One
want to
at
say.
a time, too, please.
Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off, Alex.
No,
I
you're all
apologize.
good. All
But I
good,
just
all
wanted to say some men like to base it off the fact that they're secure in themselves, but no, because you're doing the exact same thing she's doing with someone else, right? Or you got a little shorty somewhere that swipes up on your page once in a while, and you like that, so you keep that going too. So you don't see no problem in it because you're doing the same thing.
No, you know what? I'm going to hold back. I completely agree.
Thank you.
I'm just an open-minded person.
And that's so speak your open-minded.
Yeah,
No, speak your
you
part.
No. I thought about it. No, I completely agree.
I think
Yeah.
a man allowing his female to have male friends, that just, it says possibly like he's scared of like losing her if he tell her to drop the guy.
Yeah, or he doesn't care about her, or he doesn't care about her at all.
Masculinity. That's a huge thing because
Ding, ding, ding,
he's
ding,
not.
ding, ding.
A masculine man is gonna be like,
Ego,
no,
bro.
heck no, cut that right there. You know, like my woman's not about to be out there having male friends. I don't care if he's gay. I don't care if he's straight.
Yeah, y'all
I don't
don't
care
like that.
if he's 5'4" or 3'2". You know, I was just saying. You know, like doesn't matter. It's wrong in general.
Yeah.
Vice versa. I mean,
Yeah, it don't matter who, like, no, it don't matter. That's wrong either way.
Agreed.
If you let your shorty do that, kudos to you.
No.
Yeah, because
That
I
ain't gonna
don't
last
know.
long.
It's not because
You're allowing her to go find other men, literally. That's what she's doing, and just calling them a bud.
Yeah. And you
So
okay
when she
with
leave
it.
you in 3 months because she's been investing in that bud, don't say nothing.
You can keep
allowed
being,
it. Okay?
You can keep being secure in the meantime. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Agreed.
All right. So another one was, surprisingly, I didn't think this was really going to be an issue, but the high body count.
Oh my God.
That's funny. I actually got into an argument with, it wasn't even an argument, it was like a discussion, a little heated discussion with my partner's friends who are all like older guys. They're like in their 30s and stuff like that. And they were talking about, a female with a lot of bodies is just disgusting. If she has over this, multiply it, spilling a J. Cole verse. Right? And they were like, but a man, it's okay. And I kind of learned after a while, like men have this thing where they're like, I can sleep with whoever. I'm a man. I'm prone to go out there and look for women. No matter if I'm in a relationship, I'm still going to find this other girl attractive. I'm still going to want her. I'm a man. I have a want, right? Or whatever. And so I was like, okay, so is it okay for you to have a higher body count than a female? And they're like, yeah. And I can kind of see it. A female is supposed to keep her body a little more sacred, okay? Like, this is everything, right?
That's society, yeah.
If you allow multiple men to run through you, a masculine man, the man of the house is not gonna want a hoe, because that's what you are at this point. Why would I take a hoe and turn you into a housewife when I can get a woman who respects herself, doesn't allow multiple men to run through her?
Yeah.
And I can make her a wife. I have more respect for her as she has more respect for herself.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Huge on that.
I think that just has to go with men's natural pride and ego as well. Like something that's yours, you want to be proud of that. Like you don't want to hear that so and so and so and so back in high school and middle school on the slide. Like you don't want to hear. You don't want to hear none of that stuff. That's the mother of your kids. Like you don't want to hear none of that stuff like around what's yours. You feel me? So I feel like I get that definitely.
Agreed.
Any thoughts?
I agree. I agree.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah, I feel like the only people that hit me up are the ones that had high body counts to
Yeah.
kind of justify it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's what
That's
it
it.
is.
And like I've mentioned it on almost every episode that if you do that, like you're promiscuous, you're not gonna find that high value guy that's gonna cuff you down. He might be one of them that run through you.
Yeah.
but
That's all you are to them.
Exactly.
That's what I see you
Exactly.
as.
Yeah, definitely.
Another body, cool. Get what I want and I'm out. You know?
It is haram. Y'all know who that is?
No.
Oh, I'm not even gonna say it.
So I want to kind of go back. You had touched bases a little bit on the hoe friends earlier. Now that we've gotten the high body count out of the way, I want to kind of bring it back to that. So I want to hear, because it sounds like you don't really want to associate. You don't want to have close friends that are hoes because you don't want people to perceive you as that as well.
Yeah.
But it sounds like you used to have some friends like that. So I just kind of want to know what happened there to have certain people fall off.
Simply by the way a female carries herself for me personally in that hoe stuff. Like if I've had females that I've hung out with, I love them. Like their personality, amazing, we vibe. But I've seen females literally put cameras in their house, tell their neighbors, like my kid's upstairs by themselves so they can go out and party with me. And I had to cut people off because of that. Because I'm like, what? It's not that serious to find a man to where you
Yeah.
leave your kid at a home. I don't care if this kid is 10, 9, 8, 1, 3, 15.
Yeah,
You
that's
cannot
crazy.
do that, right? So I've cut females off because of that. And simply for females being too fucking friendly. And I know they're hoes. Like
Yeah.
females, we know our friends are hoes.
Yeah,
We see
you
this
could
shit,
tell
right?
that shit from a mile away.
So we cut off friendships when you get a little too close. Don't get close to my man. I'm sorry. Like,
Yeah,
you
yeah, hold
laughing,
on.
you over here. You want a drink? You want this? Like, oh?
Yeah.
Did that like impact you guys like personally, like being around those people?
Mm-hmm.
And, like how so? Like what? Like it was like specify some stuff that like impacted you because of their behavior.
I had a situation with my ex where some of my very close homegirls was streaking with him on Snapchat. You know, when streaking on Snapchat was hot. And they was sending him like videos of them twerking and shit. And I actually happened to open one, and I went crazy because like this is one of my best friends. Her ass is on my man's phone. Like that, there's no conversation after that. Like after I've seen what I've seen, like there's no need to talk about it because that's a different type of boundary. Like that's beyond forgivable. Ali, where you could forgive, but you can never forget. You know what I'm saying? And I've had situations with females, just like Halima said, that've done wild things with their kids just to go out or just to hang out. You know, and I feel like in terms of changes, it does change you in a bit. Like you're more wary of females. Like me and Halima were just talking about this, like the ability that we haven't been able to pick up too many friends since, because me and her have a very weird relationship. We're like off and on a lot. This is definitely
like
a
friendship,
very,
as it should be. We're
it's
not
a
gonna
very
be
low
up each
maintenance
other's butt.
friendship. Like we're not up each other's butt every day. Like we reconnect like 2-3 times a year sometimes, you feel me? But like this is my girl forever.
Always.
And with Halima, there's specific things set up that I know that's never going to be crossed. And because we've had this for so long, it's protected, it's guarded. As of, if it's a stranger, I'm like, I don't even know what kind of girl you are. I don't even want to know what kind of girl you are. It's cool to meet you. If I see you again, that's cool. If I don't, that's also cool. Like, I'm going to go home and like hang out by myself. You feel me? It kind of puts that new kind of mentality on you. Like you're not as friendly as you were with females or anything at all. Yeah, it takes a toll on you for real. Losing friends is a real thing. Like for females, it's a real thing.
I mean, yeah, I hate to say it, but like females run through friends. Like there's every 2-3 years, it's like a new friend group. You know, like almost.
I'm telling you,
a new posse.
Yeah, we've seen it's. You know what? I feel like sometimes men ask questions, and you look at us like we supposed to have the answer. We don't know either, bro. Like it just happens sometimes. Like you notice things about specific people, and you just can't do it. And if you stay in it, it landed me in court. So I mean, it can land you.
That's true.
It can land you anywhere messing with the wrong type of friends. You feel me? So just watch out for
absolutely.
yourself, and if you need to switch them up a couple times a year, switch them out.
That's true.
Go ahead. Just don't trust them that much the second time around, though.
Yeah.
Don't put all your eggs in one basket.
No, that's for real.
Literally.
Alex, do you have anything to add on this one?
No, I agree. I mean, I have, like in the moment, I have a lot to say, you know, but do I keep cutting out?
No, you're good.
No, it's because
I swear-
those headphones be messing up sometimes.
Perfect.
It's because they're
right.
the cord is kind of messed up.
Well, you know, with the females, you know, like she said, I could vibe with them, you know, anybody, you know, and that's really cool, but I'd rather not hang out with them because, and I don't really believe in, you know, what you surround yourself is what you'll become, because I've been around a lot of, you know, not the type of people that I would like to, become, let's say that, you know, and I haven't, you know.
Yeah.
I'm still me, I'm still the same person, but there's a point where if you're smart, you know, and if you know what you want to do in life, or, you know, with path, whatever, then you gotta separate yourself from those kind of people.
So this one kind of has to do with this topic a little bit, but in like a relationship, right? Do you guys like agree with like a girl's trip, but like with these types of friends? You see what I'm saying? So hold on. So what usually happens on these girls' trips, man?
I mean, to be fair, I ain't really been on one. Not with them.
Nah, girls' trips
yeah,
are
not
literally
with her.
like a way of a female getting back at her man, whether it's intentionally or just to have fun. A girl's trip is never simply, oh, we're just gonna go out to Barbados and look our best in bikinis with our new
didn't go to
nails
Barbados.
and our wigs, whatever. But you're not going there just to have a girl's trip. you're going there because you simply are trying to find men and live your hoish life without your man having tabs on you.
I went
That's
to
a
Utah.
fact.
I had a cabin in Utah in the middle of nowhere. I wasn't
See,
looking.
okay.
But you
I
was on a girl's trip.
Yeah.
You
I
were
mean,
okay.
it wasn't with those type of friends. You feel me? The friends that I have taken trips with, it's just
Exactly.
you know,
But
into
when you go
like
with a
the
hoe.
mountains. No, hell.
Okay.
That's what I was saying. I didn't trick.
Yay.
Actually,
Oh God.
Because you did.
Because you. Oh.
I forgot. I did. The things that. Oh my God. Yeah. No, don't trust your girl to go on a girl trip with.
I wouldn't
go on a
was
girl's
lot.
trip.
It was a
Noted.
lot. It was a lot. I was lucky. I was kind of already talking to someone there, so I kind of just. But like for all the girls that were there for the night, the things that girls do for
Just
the
rowdy.
night.
It's rowdy, and it's not.
Yo,
It's not
I didn't believe we were African after that night. I was like, damn, my family values on the floor. Like, dang. No, it was. Don't. If
A
you
girl
know,
trip
if,
has
No,
nothing
I
good coming out of
disagree
it.
because
it's
look,
that type of friend, don't let her go on the trip.
Okay, go ahead.
You
What
know?
you think?
So you say
Yeah.
hold up, real quick before I let you. You say it would depend on the friends.
Yeah,
Yes,
like
okay.
if you know, like you guys be double dating, and you know her man, you like that.
Yeah.
That's why
type
he
of
said your
relationship.
group of hoes.
That's what I
Yeah,
said.
okay,
Like
yeah,
that's what I told him. Like if it's with those type of friends, then don't trust her to go.
What about you?
I disagree because I'm speaking for myself. If I was in a relationship, I've never been on a girl's trip yet. But when I get invited, if I was invited, and I was in a relationship, I'm very faithful. I wouldn't, go off and do all this crazy, yeah, let's go get lit. Yeah,
But
I'll go to the
look
club.
at it this way, though.
But if there's a guy, like, no. Like, I'll even wear a fake wedding ring, like,
I do that.
But
I'm going to get aggressive. Grab him by the neck. Fuck away from me.
So with these types of situations, though, this is where the problem comes in.
Yeah.
You can go and be faithful and be all good as much as you want. But if you go out to the bar with them or go out to the club with them and they meet a group of guys and and the guys want to take them somewhere, like
I'm a dip.
Okay.
I'll meet you back at the
You
hotel.
ain't leaving your girl.
Please
no
make it
foreign
back
country.
safe.
That's a fact. It's a fact.
your
And y'all been drinking all day
that's another
and
thing.
smoking. You're not leaving.
Hold on.
Whatever.
Hit it.
Out the cap.
Yeah. Okay. Because
Say what you want.
females, when they get licked in that system,
Let me tell you.
I know all my girls because I'm always a damn DD. So I know how they get when they drink, and I know for a freaking fact. You put us in a
Facts.
country or Miami
Yeah.
or Las Vegas, and we
Yeah.
got that lick running through,
Yeah.
and that little hit. All right, these hoes is out there, okay?
That's what I'm saying.
Single or not, they out there like, okay,
you gotta
I do
think
have
about
a
it too, like-
boyfriend, but
No. Disagree. I'm talking
Period.
for
Stand your
myself.
ground, Alex.
No, because there's a point with I'm talking for me. This is me. No one has to believe it, but I'm gonna back myself up here.
Period. Stand your
Alex, where you
ground.
at? No, I'm just playing. No, because we got the liquor running through my system. Yeah, I'm feeling some type of way. Like, yeah, with my friends, having so much fun. No, I'm gonna sober up. Like I love my mans. No.
Okay, so then let's put it this way. Let's say your friends do find a group of guys and these guys want to take them back to their house, right? So what are you doing in that situation? Are you going to go or are you just going to go back to the hotel by yourself? Like, how are you going to go about it? Oh, and keep in mind, all your friends are drunk.
right.
These are random dudes you just met that night.
Then I'm gonna sober the fuck up. And I'm gonna get really, really, Buffy. No. Yeah, okay. It's the truth,
But do you see where the problem just comes in with that? It's just like you're just surrounded by those people, so it's hard to
Persuade,
sit
yeah.
and
I
look.
do.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
understand. And, I can't save every single one. They're adults. They're fully grown.
Yeah.
They can do what they want. I'm not going to control them. They're adults. But at the end of the day, I'm not going to be like, oh, yeah, I'm going to tell them, let's go back, If they're single, do what you want. But if you got a man, it's like, hey, I'm going to be that friend. Like, you really want to do this? Okay. That's it.
We'll cut it off right here. 30 minutes. All right. So, with the girl's trip even being asked in a relationship, and the guy says no, right? So your friends are all planning a girl's trip, whatever. And then he's just like, nah, I don't want you to go to this one.
I ain't going.
I ain't
I ain't even arguing.
Definitely not.
You're not going?
No.
Not going.
Okay, no argument.
No.
Nope.
My
Not
man
gonna-
come before
No,
friendship.
not gonna ask the questions.
Let me tell you something. Nah, we staying home.
But he's also not the type. Oh, sorry, that was me. But he's also not the type to, control the woman. It's just a respect boundary.
Certainly.
Yeah. If he felt uncomfortable enough to speak about it, then it
It's
should
a
be
no.
considered. Yeah,
Facts,
Exactly.
agreed.
that's
I
it.
agree.
Yeah. I ain't-
That was the next question I had. I was honestly expecting like an argument or something. Like,
why you don't want me to go?
No, we ain't gotta go through all that. You gotta
Right.
find a way to recreate the beach in the bathroom though, cause
Hey,
if
look,
I
we got a
can't
hot
go,
tub
you gotta do
downstairs. We got
something.
pool downstairs. We'll go to a lake. It ain't that deep.
Do something.
Or we can go ourselves.
Oh God! Like
That's
forget
what-
the girls. Hey, let's get us a room. We can go on the other
Okay.
side.
so then why do you guys think that women have such a big issue if a guy asks them not to go on a girls trip like that?
Probably
I mean, it just depends on the girl and the way they say it. I don't know.
maybe because some women feel like their man is like. Some women are too independent to where they feel like, oh, you're just trying to run me. Like, I can't go on a girls trip now. Like, who are you? You're just my boyfriend. Or even, you're just my husband. I'm like, no. That's probably why.
I mean, I don't know. I can't really.
Why do you think other women would be like, oh, my God, that's offensive. Why would you tell me I can't go on a girls trip? Like, why?
I don't know. Like they feel like maybe they're missing out or something. I don't know. Like I never been on that side of the equation before, so I don't really know.
Female
Fair
who flips
enough.
out about that is just.
Because like, hey, half the time you could go, but the one time he says you no, respect it. You know.
Yeah.
And if you're dating that type of, if it's like every single time like you can't go nowhere, okay, maybe that's a little bit of a flag.
He might
but
not
like,
trust you then.
yeah, he
That's
might.
why.
Yeah, then the root of that problem is something else. But if it's like this specific trip, he's like, hey, these specific girls are going. I don't feel comfortable. Like it's a
Yeah.
conversation. Then you're like, yeah, I respect that. I'm gonna stay home.
Do you think the location of the trip matters?
No,
Either which way, if a female's gonna do her dirt, she gonna do her dirt. Motel,
it don't
hotel,
matter
suite,
where you are.
know.
Let me tell you
House,
something.
goddamn
Y'all could be in a
box,
different
a
city.
car,
You know what I'm saying? Like,
If
stop
you wanna do
playing.
dirt, she gonna do her dirt.
Yeah, it don't matter
She in
where.
a car. Come
Bruh,
on now. Like,
bruh.
you think it matter if she in a different country or state?
Girls be in the same city. What you mean?
Right.
Like
Yeah.
Literally.
girls don't care. Like if she gonna do it, she gonna do it, bro. Like that's it.
That's facts.
Indeed, it is haram. Andrew Tate.
I'm not saying we would do it, but
Yeah,
just to answer the question
that's
straight
just,
up.
that's just the truth, innit?
That's something to lead off of that.
Not necessarily, but I did kind of want to touch bases on the red flag that we didn't touch on in the last video, and that was women in the adult industry.
It's a huge no, and I'm gonna start off with this because I was about to go off when I read that. Like, okay, the females who are doing OnlyFans or subscribe to my page, she puts a little tease out there, are the same freaking women who are literally out there saying, I can't find no man. These men ain't shit.
Right.
Yes.
Girl, because we see your
Yes,
shit
yes,
online for free.
Girl,
I mean,
Facts.
with the tease, or he paying you allow other men to pay
$5.99.
$5 to watch your
$5.99.
coochie. Like,
$5.99.
My friend, I think it was him that made a good point. He's behind the scenes guy. You know,
Yeah.
but it's like these girls are selling their pictures of their fucking titties,
That's
their
what I'm
pussy
saying.
for like
Yeah.
$3, bro. You can't even get a fucking meal with that shit.
Yeah.
Like I can't go to McDonald's and
You
I
can't
can't
get
even get like a
nothing.
good, like I can't get nothing
Not
good.
a good meal.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna
think-
get a hot and spicy and a small fry.
And a small fry.
That's for no drink. You gonna
That's it,
choke
bro.
on them damn
That's
fries.
what you like. That's what you're worth.
Agreed. You
Yeah.
put yourself out there at
Yeah.
that price. You have no value.
Oh, the high value ones are $5 to $10.
Ooh,
My
watch
bad.
out
Yeah,
now.
watch
Watch
out.
out.
Watch out.
She's at Chick-fil-A.
Oh damn.
What we doing?
I'm dead.
No, I mean, I get, you got to do what you got to do, but there's other ways
To do it.
There is.
At least be discreet about it. I mean, damn.
If you're gonna lead that type of lifestyle, don't be bitching when you ain't finding something good.
Yeah, like, I mean, if you got a guy that want to be a pimp, it's because you was doing something online that made him want to feel like a pimp when it came to you. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. I don't like it. And I see a lot of it on my social media.
Hey,
And
I
I'm-
Twitter,
don't be-
bro.
not I don't
Twitter.
got Twitter. On Snapchat, girl, they be like, "Go to my."
Oh, no, I
OnlyFans,
just be
click the link."
blocking
Like, girl,
them.
I don't want to see them little stick legs opening and closing. I
I'm
don't.
dead.
Hey, mira, but,
I don't.
we don't be judging. I know you're not a judger. So, I'm playing. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm just saying,
I'm
man.
kidding. No, but it's just, my point of view.
That you say, get it how you live it.
If someone were to offer me right now $1 million for that pic, probably take no.
See, you're my boyfriend.
Nah,
listen.
Hey, baby.
No.
So, ain't got no piercings, ain't got no tattoos and that shit. What you think?
Put makeup everywhere.
1 million. We can get far in life with 1 mil. If he say no, then all right. But look, I'm like, baby, you see that? Like, ain't got no piercings, no tattoos. It can't come back to me. I 1 mil for it. What you say?
Put on a face mask.
You know what? He said,
Put on
it has to be a picture. I ain't doing no videos. What the
No,
fuck?
it gotta be a picture. It gotta
gotta
be a picture. Brighten up my skin a couple shades. You know? Change my identity a little bit. You feel me? So you
Facts, you ain't coming back to me.
I
at
mean,
all.
shoot, the thing for me is I know where I kind of want to be in the future. I don't want my kid to look at me one day and be like, you did it, so I can do it.
Right.
Because, you know, I might commit murder. So there's no way. So I have to set an example not only for myself, but for a child that might come after me, whether it be a young man or a young woman. I just don't want that.
Agreed.
I mean, that's it.
That is true. I didn't even think about that.
That's just bottom line for me.
Nah, I don't think a lot of these girls think about that, like the impact that's gonna take like 5 to 10 years from now.
Nah, because
You
Kim
know?
Kardashian did it. That's
Well,
why.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, she did.
you did.
North was finding out about her mom and stuff like that on TikTok. She had a whole meltdown about it. Yeah, it's true. It
I
happens.
didn't know that happened.
Yeah, it happens.
It's a
So
huge thing. It's a huge thing.
I don't know. Not
It was
for my
right
kids.
after Kanye told Kim not
Yeah,
to
not
let
to
her.
have her
Yeah,
on TikTok. Yeah.
Yup. And then
Damn.
she let her on, and then she found out about all her mom's stuff.
Yeah. See, you can't. I can't. Oh hell no, nah, bro. That's too much.
My kid probably would lose respect. Low key.
Bro.
That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
like-
Like it's like you got your kids, you got family members, you got like
Work.
work. Yes, that's what I'm saying. Like
gonna see all that. Like,
and then you're like whoever your spouse is
that part.
like he's got to deal with that, you know?
Yeah.
Because I guarantee you, especially like those popular OnlyFans girls.
Oh, yeah.
Like I'm sure that these like their boyfriends are hearing stuff from other dudes all the
Bro.
time, you know?
Who were subscribed to that
Yeah.
shit.
I had to do a request for me, bro. Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy.
So I want to pose a hypothetical. Let's say there was a girl who was on OnlyFans and she was able to region restrict her content to like the eastern side of the world, whereas she's only on the western side. So people in her area aren't finding out about it. Her kids aren't necessarily finding out about it. Do you think there's any world, even with any amount of money, where it's worth it?
No.
When you go to bed at night, your conscience gonna speak to you.
Literally, it will.
It's just gonna be you in your head in that bed.
Thinking about that shit, like, damn, I really
That's
just put
it.
myself out
It
there.
don't matter. The fact that you did it will haunt you forever. That's it.
That's
There
the
is
thing.
no.
That's a thing.
That's the thing. Like, there's no going back. You can't just erase it. You can try to forgive yourself about it to the point where if it's brought up, you can own up to it. But other than that, there's no.
There's gonna be
there's
a
no,
lot of guilt.
Yeah, you're gonna carry that. I'm sorry. I don't care. All these women are like, yes, my body, I could do what I want. When you go to bed at night,
You're still thinking about it, and
you
you
think
while
you're
you trying to
thinking
put
about
that
it. You
little
can't
facade
tell
up.
me you're not thinking about it. You're thinking about it.
Right.
Your head's
Facts.
spinning,
That's facts.
and that's just it.
There's gonna be a lot of people mad at that one.
Oh, cry me a river.
I mean, if you're upset, I apologize. It's just what I think. And
There's gonna be a lot of people mad about this whole video.
I mean, honestly, because like
Facts.
these are like as crazy as it is, like a lot of women like are gonna or would have like opposite opinions than what you guys have said, you know, or most of the stuff that we just talked about.
yeah, maybe it's the way we're brought up. I don't know.
Because you get girls watching it and you get women watching it.
Yeah.
Women talking, little girls commenting.
Yeah.
Literally. That's what it is.
Damn.
That's a fact. Think about it.
Nah,
A little girl is so
So for those of you sending me messages, man, like you're more than welcome to come on and speak
Right.
your mind. Like I have already said this multiple times, you know.
Right.
I'm not gonna shy away from a debate
Yeah, no.
because I
for real.
stand on what I believe in. This is just the very basic, realistic, like traditional, old-fashioned way, the
Right.
way things have always been.
Yeah.
But they're just trying to change it into something new. So now it sounds crazy.
Right.
Even if you tell your girl, yo, can you go do my laundry?
What?
Yeah. What are you talking
I'm not your wife.
What do I look like? You got two
Where's
hands.
the
I ain't your mama.
ring?
Like,
I'm not your mom.
you gotta earn that
Girl.
shit first. I ain't about to give you no ring and
That's
you
the
ain't showing
same.
me that you
That's
deserve
the same
ring.
T-shirt you were sleeping in 2 days ago, girl. You could wash it. It's okay. It's okay.
Some females want shit that they don't even work for. That's the issue. Females
Oh,
want
that be killing
a
me.
good
You want
man.
the
They
complete.
want a guy who's gonna pay all
complete-
their bills. And this is another thing. Hold
complete.
on. This is another thing that me and my partner spoke about last night. Freaking, what do you bring to the table? Because I saw a question on a podcast where they were like, "What do you bring to the table?" Right? And the women are like, "I will support you. I'll love you. I was like, what the fuck? Excuse me. I'm like,
No, you're good.
What do you bring to the table, shorty? Of course you're going to love and support him because when you get into that relationship, you have no freaking choice. Like, we support each other. We go 50-50, 60-60, whatever you want, or excuse me, 40-60, whatever you want to do, right?
Yeah.
We do that. Like, support and love, you have to give that for a relationship to go. What the do you bring to the table first? Like, when you sit down, you don't know each other like that. You sit across from me. I sit across from you. You say, what do you bring to the table? I have a job. I have an education. I have my own car, my own roof. I have bills. I have savings. I have this. I have that. I have all that without you. And this is what I can bring to the table. So what can you bring? Oh, well, I can bring protection. I can bring this. I can bring that. I can bring...
No, did I?
Now we know.
And meet in the middle,
because
man.
You're ready. One is ready for a relationship when they have their own shit. You
That
know,
part.
Yeah.
they have themselves figured out. You know, even though they still might have those questions like, oh, what should I do about this? Whatever. You know, those are little questions. But if you have the major things, you know, even if you're on the way to buy a house, because nowadays that's a really big thing.
Yeah.
You know, and it's hard. But if you got yourself figured out, then you're ready for a relationship. And that's just the way I think. You know. Then you're ready for it. Then you're ready to provide. You don't have to be the man, but, you know, you're not going to be depending on the man. Neither should the man, you know, depend on the woman. You know, both of them should be
You should be able to
supporting
bring enough
themselves.
to support yourself if one of you fall. If you
Yeah.
fall, I should be able to support
Exactly,
you. If I fall, you should be able to support me. And I ain't
Exactly.
saying pay my rent and your rent at the same time. If I got to break my lease and we move in together or vice versa, do that.
Yeah,
but
we'll figure
we
it
have
out.
to be able to support each other if one falls. Or if I have to go back on my own, I knew you paid all my bills. Now I got to go on my own. Where do I go?
Exactly.
You can't get into a relationship if you can't hold your own ground because you can't hold him up if he falls.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Because what?
That's just that.
A relationship is I help you, you help me, we build together, you know, we grow together.
Sitting
That's
there.
the point, right? Right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Agreed.
That's a, you know.
So now that we got like this kind of off topic a little bit, but it's still on a relationship topic. Like nowadays, I'm seeing like a lot of times like the females are trying to play the man role, and they're like expecting the guys to be like feminine, be emotional, and be all this. Like, how would like? So, what do you guys think on that?
When did that happen?
Oh, bro.
That's literally
Yeah.
the generation that's
Honestly,
coming
no,
up.
no,
We're
no, no,
part
no.
of it, but that is part of the generation that's coming up.
Yeah.
And that's simply because they're in their mind, they're in their head on this shit. Excuse me, they're in their mind, they're in their head. They're like, no, I can be the one who comes in the house with the $500,000 a year. He makes $200K, so I need him to bow down to me. Okay, he needs to cook. He needs to pick up Jackie from school. You know, like I'm sorry, baby, that's not reality. If you make more than your man, that's just how things work. Sometimes he wants a career where he makes a little less. Okay, he loves what he do. You want a career where you make a lot. That's what you do. But that does not take away from his masculinity
Or your
and your
femininity.
femininity.
Exactly.
You can't
You know,
switch that shit.
Okay.
Pride shouldn't be in that shit. You know, like take that shit away. There's no such thing as pride.
A man is
You
supposed to
know,
be
you
masculine.
can have
not a
it,
female.
but
I'm sorry.
exactly. I mean,
Unless
the
you-
woman could when it's her turn.
Right,
You know,
okay.
then go ahead. You know.
If it's a
But-
female dating a female, okay. Or if it's like part of the LGBTQ thing, okay, because that's kind of their thing, right?
Figuring out their
But
own thing, yeah.
People who are straight, you know, dating opposite, whatever, you cannot say, "Oh, my man needs to be feminine." Girl, what?
What are you talking
What's
about?
he
You
is he gonna
sound
carry the baby
crazy.
too? Like, let's snap back to reality. That's
Yeah.
not how it works.
So what would you have to say to the women who get upset when people tell them to be feminine?
I mean, how can you tell someone to be feminine?
Well, I will say I personally had that, but go ahead if you
Now,
want.
what do you mean
Just to like
feminine?
add to that, like so generally in our society, like men are being more feminine and women are being more masculine. If a girl is talking to a guy who just wants her to be more feminine and tone down the levels of masculinity that she's coming at him with, if he just like one, I guess, how should he go about telling her that? And what do you think about women who get offended by that?
Well,
the
if they're in a
only-
relationship, that's a different thing. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off.
No,
It
go
is
ahead, go
within
ahead.
the context of a relationship. I should have
Okay.
clarified that.
I would say personally, because I've had that issue in a relationship, it's simply what I know the issue is. A female doesn't want to be, submissive and like which brings out her feminism to a man who's not masculine. He doesn't behave like a man because I'm being like submissive to a little boy. No.
Yeah.
Somebody in this relationship has to wear the pants, and
Yeah.
obviously it's me because you're like not mature enough. So therefore, we just avoid choosing men like that, so we don't have to be masculine. But females who do choose little boys, those little boys are like, be more feminine, and it's like,
I'm just gonna add this. I think it's a question of authority. You gotta have a certain level of authority when you're dealing with a specific type of woman. You can't be a soft-spoken guy, just soft, passive guy speaking to a female like Halima, myself, or Alex. That's gonna get you chewed. Okay, you gotta come like when you're talking to me, when you're speaking to me, I have to be able to feel that a man is speaking to me. Right. Therefore, I rest in my femininity, and I'm listening. You know, and I'm all ears. It's not even a question. And you come to me, you're like, well, I think, you know.
Is you gonna be straight with it or
like,
not? Are you
what you're saying? Like, no. And like it comes off even. I don't know if I mentioned this to you. Like even the way I speak to my partner compared to the way I speak to everybody else is very different because there's a specific level of respect to be held for the position that he has. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. So I feel like when you don't have that, you kind of get tossed around. So, you know, like your shorty's not going to respect you if you don't have what she equates to masculinity, you know? And it's different things for different females, you know? It could be the way you speak. It could be your athletic, you know, build. It could be the money you have in the bank. Whatever authority looks like for her, she's going to respect it. That's it.
Let's keep going.
Let's
keep it rolling.
Y'all crazy.
But all right, in a theoretical situation, this masculine man breaks down in front of you one time. What happens?
It's
Baby,
okay.
I got you.
No. Wait. Because a lot of men actually hear this shit. It's okay, baby, I got you. And then as soon as they break down, what a little bitch. He came back to me the other day. Okay. He lost his job, and I ain't taking care of him, but for 3 months, that's all he get. And so men are actually scared. And I had this conversation with my partner. It's okay. It's okay. Like, I proved to you that it's okay to trust me, right? Yeah. Like, I'm in this for the long run for marriage, not just a little relationship. Yeah. So you can lean on me if you need to. If you like, but it's so crazy because a lot of men are brought up to not be emotional creatures, but they're also brought up to take on the fucking world. So therefore, when they fail one bit, they feel like they failed the whole world. So therefore, they can't run back to you because you're part of the world. And they're like, and she's my woman, the person that I'm supposed to actually like do everything for.
Protect and
all. I really feel like
it's a stressful situation, isn't it?
I would, but in that situation, I personally support my man 110%, baby. Whatever we got to do to get you right, because when you not right, I ain't right. So what we got to do to get you right,
I had that happen for the first time in a year and 6 months of dating my current partner. And I don't know if it was something that he was used to, but it didn't feel like it. So I didn't have to say anything. I just had to be present, whatever, you know, rubbing his back, whatever, helping him through that. But I've never seen him like that. And he kind of felt like he had to hide that, you know what I'm saying? Like making sure I was asleep and he was in the other room, like, you know, and it doesn't have to be like that, you know. I feel like men's emotions shouldn't be weaponized because all the emotion you pour out from Monday to Wednesday could be weaponized easily, but he has to put up with that because that's just how you are. So the one time he shows you this very delicate side to him, this is what really you do. And like, I feel like for men, once you get there and you react a specific way, you're never getting that again. Like that door is closed forever. Like you're forever going to just have the macho side of him or whatever other side of him. Like that sensitive side or that vulnerable side is just never going to come out again.
Depending on your reaction to it, certainly.
Yeah, like, I mean, yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, if you react in a way where, like, it scares him back into his shell, like, then it's like a regret. Like, damn, I should have never let her see that side of me. You feel me?
Facts.
When it shouldn't have to be that way.
That's sad, yeah. No,
and I apologize if it ever happened to any man in this room right now. If it ever happened to you, bro, sorry about it, man.
And that brings us back to the women and girls.
Sorry you just shouldn't be a bitch. You don't need to cry. That's just how it needs to be. Suck it to fuck up. Life is hard. We all have to deal with shit. That's it, man. Keep it pushing. If your girl is mistreating you, it's more than likely that you have something that is just, you don't have certain, you know, things to you that is really going, you know what I'm saying? That's not working out for you. You gotta
and make sure you
something.
figure that out. Like, take the time to talk to these people, man. Y'all talking stages be like 2 weeks long. Like, get to know your people. Get to know what, you know, so you know if you can make that or not.
I don't even think there's a talking station.
Shoot, people just locked in. We go together real bad.
Hey,
real
but
bad.
I don't know his last name nor his
we
middle
go
name.
Together, yeah.
Never met his mom.
Yeah, but
don't
we go
know
together.
if he got siblings.
Yeah.
And I don't know his real age.
But I met him on
But
Instagram.
he is my man.
Yeah, I met him on Instagram.
Cry me a
you
river.
know.
You're a joke. Girl, bye. That shit bothers me so bad.
All right, so since we're in the relationship topics, what about the kind of things that you guys would wear out in a relationship, like to go to, like,
Oh my god.
like, does that matter?
It does matter to an extent, but I think it also depends on your partner. So my man, you know, he knows he has a beautiful woman, right? So, but also I respect him enough to not go out there flaunting my little ass and my big ass titty. You know, it's not just gonna be out there because it's a respectful thing.
Yeah.
But if I were to wear a top where it did show a little bit more, or my legs are showing more, he would love it. He's like, yeah, that's my woman right there, right? So it honestly depends on your partners from both sides. Is your man insecure? And are you respectful? Because you're going to really
Those
go out
play
there and
big
show your
roles.
boobs out there and flaunt your body around and flaunt your body around and then, like, just be okay with it?
Yeah.
I mean,
But I'm gonna tell you when it's best though, when you're with your man.
Yeah,
That's
yo,
what
when
it's
you with your man,
That's
you
what
can
it's
wild out
best.
a little more. You feel me? Because he's right
Yes.
there. Like,
facts.
what you want? I'm with
Best
you.
feeling,
I'm
best
with you.
feeling.
What you mean? And for me, I feel more. Just like Halima said, it's more of like a respecting. You want your partner to reflect you when you're not around. So,
Right.
you know, when you going out, you kind of his homeboys got to be able to see you and be like, oh yeah, that's my homeboy's girl, and you're
And not
not.
sexualizing
You're
it.
not, you're not bent over doing,
Right.
in your titty not popping out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta still look presentable, like you someone's girl, like you bear that title now. So
Facts.
gotta act accordingly.
So you mentioned the word insecure back there.
Okay.
So I'm just wondering, do you think if a guy doesn't want his girl wearing revealing clothing out, that makes him insecure?
Not necessarily that it makes him insecure. I'm just saying, like, there are some men who are insecure to where they're like, no, you can't wear that. I could wear, like, a shirt that's a turtleneck and then have a little slit right here, and he could be like, no. And it really don't show nothing but a little crack. You know what I'm saying? And that could be from his insecurity. But I'm not saying that all men are insecure in that regards. I don't know if I'm contradicting myself in regards to this.
I feel
but
like
I'm
it
just saying,
depends. It
some
depends.
men
I don't know
are
if it's
insecure,
too
and that's
much.
the
If
reason
it's
why.
like all the time, like bro.
Yeah,
like,
if everything she wears except when
then-
her ankles and wrists is showing is bothering you, bro, like you doing too much.
There might be some insecurity in
Yeah, you feel me? Like, and you got to be able to be honest about that.
Right.
Like, yeah, I don't like, you got to be able to have these conversations. It's
Right.
hard, but that's part of adulthood. You can't just get mad at a girl every time she puts on some shorts. Like, you're going to have to be able to explain that after some time, you know?
Yeah.
So just be able to have those just have open communication, guys. Just talk
Agreed.
about it.
Open
I don't
you
like
go.
when you do this because of this. And then
There
she can
you go.
reassure you where, you know, your insecurities may be,
Communication.
you know?
Huge. Certainly.
Just talk about it. Just talk about it.
I think you make a really compelling argument, and I would just say that, like, dudes just really have to be very conscious about where their thoughts and feelings are coming from. I think he's within his rights to ask her to not wear a certain thing if he's just not cool with that.
110%.
But I also just think a better standard to go by is that clothing should be generally when you're out with him, and aside from that, not wearing it.
Certainly.
Yeah.
And that's where it comes.
And
with
also,
the
like,
woman's
depends
respect.
where we're going. You feel
Yeah,
me?
Right.
It also
Yeah, that's
depends,
sure.
like,
And it
Certainly.
depends of what your definition of too much is as well.
That part too.
Because, you know, different people have different standards. That's what I say. You got to take your time to get to know people. Like, don't get yourself caught up in a situation where you don't want to. I don't like situation where it's like she pulled you when she looked like that on Instagram, but all of a sudden you want her to change. Yes, I do understand that.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yes,
That's
I do.
facts.
Yes, I do understand that there is a new status. She went from single to being in a relationship, but that's how she dressed. Like, that's how you fell in love, bro. Like, yes, she
You
can
were
change
attracted to
certain
that.
things. Yeah, but you were attracted to that. If you didn't want someone dressing like that, then you should have went for someone different.
That's
Right.
facts.
Damn,
That's
okay.
facts.
That's facts.
Yeah.
All right, so fellas, you heard that. Damn.
That is so true. up
Just leave
top.
her alone. Find
Yes,
what
sir.
you need. What you
All
need
right.
is out there. Just go find it.
Let's bring communication in this.
Yeah.
Please.
Just talk about it, guys. It's really not that deep. Just talk about it. Half the things you're mad about, I swear you can just talk about.
That's facts. Because it's literally lack of communication.
A whole lot.
A little lack of communication will take your mind on the biggest trip.
Listen.
Like, and I'm an overthinker myself.
Bro, I was
so-
about to say,
Yes, so
listen.
I had to learn a lot about communication because I'll overthink. You didn't text me back for 5 minutes, not like legit, but like you ain't text me back for 5 minutes. What are you doing? Are you out with another shorty? You know, so
What are you
it's
doing
like,
when you're
hey,
out?
you
What do
didn't
you mean
text me
you're
back for the
out?
last 5 hours. Are you okay?
Yeah.
Didn't get my answers
Different
there,
tone.
rather
like,
than thinking
my
like,
mom
oh,
always
he out there
says
doing nothing.
different tone will get you different answers. If you
that's
go
fine.
at a man with anger, he gonna meet you with anger. You go nice, he gonna meet you nice.
Yep.
Just
It's
be
all about
nice.
your approach too.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
So we're gonna stop
Done?
there.
All right. Okay, that's perfect. So this next topic tends to be controversial, but what do you think about men and women cheating? Do you think it's the same thing or different?
It's the same
Same
thing.
thing.
Cheating is cheating.
Yeah.
Okay, no, but like, what's taken into it? Like, do you think that, like, when a woman cheats is the same thing as a man when he cheats?
What
You mean like
But
emotionally?
yeah,
the
is it
attachment?
like the emotional investment that goes into it? Do you think that? No?
Female's more attached when she goes out to cheat.
So in order for a female to even get to that point to like consider cheating on her guy, like where's her mentality at?
wherever she wanted to be, bro. What you mean?
So
She gonna be wherever you can make a woman the happiest she'll ever be. If she wanted to, she gonna cheat.
Yeah.
If you can
Facts.
make her the poorest, most miserable girl. If she wanna be faithful, she gonna be faithful. Wherever she is, she gonna do what she wanna do. That's it. Same thing goes for. I don't know if same thing goes for guys, because some guys say they have reasons, but I mean I don't know.
But what I'm saying is, like, for a girl to cheat, like, does she have to be emotionally invested
that's what
into
I'm
that?
saying.
Yeah.
She
Oh, like-
definitely has to be emotionally invested. 'Cause
Yeah.
When we have sex and stuff like that, we put ourselves in such a vulnerable position.
Mm-hmm.
It's normally because we feel a little something.
Yeah, yeah.
But you know, that's a woman. Now, a hoe, she might be out there doing it for
Yeah,
the
yeah,
money.
that's what I'm saying.
You know?
Yeah, there's girls that like
Do
the
that shit
person
for-
that we
yeah,
was
yeah,
just, you know what I'm
exactly.
saying?
Yeah,
Like, you get to a point, yeah.
Exactly. Or it's
You
like
get
a
to
thing.
a point where it's like, yeah, there's girls that get to a point where they don't need that
Yeah,
emotional
they don't even
investment,
care.
right?
They
Exactly.
just do what they
But
gotta do.
it doesn't start off like that with a female.
No.
With a guy, it's always like that. I'm telling you now,
Okay.
every other man in this room would agree.
Okay. Go on.
When
go
a
on.
guy cheats, he can hate a bitch
Right.
and he will still sleep with her.
Agreed.
Why
That's a
is
fact.
that?
Because there's no emotional attachment.
There's no emotional. Sometimes it's like a hate fuck. It's almost like,
Yeah.
oh, I hate you. Like, now I'm gonna do this. Like, it's just like a weird thing.
Right.
Like, I'm not saying like I've taken part
Right.
in this, but like it's a real thing that does happen. Like, so dudes genuinely don't need to have no type of emotional connection with you. They can straight up dislike you.
You can be
But if
ugly.
they're in a situation where they have to like sleep with you in order to get something that they want or need, they're gonna do it.
That's
Certainly.
crazy.
That's a fact.
That's scary though.
Yes.
That's scary.
That's why it's a
Damn.
little different when they cheat. When a woman cheats, a man kind of takes that to the heart because he's like, I already know you were invested in that shit.
Exactly.
Like, emotionally.
So just
Yeah.
to so just to kind of put it into a different set of words, betrayal is betrayal, but some betrayals are bigger than others, and I would say that the female's betrayal is worse than the man's.
Certainly,
Yeah.
and it goes back to the aspect of the emotional.
Like, so let's put it in this situation then. You guys find the man of your dreams. He checks every box. He goes on a business trip, fucks some random bitch one night, comes back, tells you about it, is completely honest. Like, what's your reaction?
If
Oh,
if
my
we're married,
God.
no, I'm gonna be pissed. But if
Oh,
we're
my
married,
Yeah,
we'll have
you're
to
married,
take that to
yeah, like-
counseling.
Constantly?
Because I don't think he just went on a trip. He probably got drunk. He was just having fun. He was by himself. I mean, it's gonna cause a lot of like emotional damage to where our trust is like low, and we'll have to work that shit back up. That's if I'm married. If we're just boyfriend and girlfriend, and you really went out there and did that, no.
Even if it checks all the boxes.
I don't
Yeah,
care.
it doesn't matter. Forget them boxes, man.
Okay.
Let me tell you something.
Forget the boxes.
No, forget the boxes. Let me tell you something, man. Let me tell you something. For me, I've always said this, and God forbid if it does happen, I feel like it depends on what stage of life we're at. Okay, if I'm just your girlfriend, bro, I might turn around and just leave
Facts.
because you could do that shit again.
Facts.
If we got a family, we got kids, I'm trying my best.
Right.
I'm gonna try the best I can because what you just broke, that was everything. You just broke us. You broke what we had. You just separated my household. Yeah? All the years, all the sweat, all the tears, everything we don't support ourselves to get here. You said fuck that, and you did what you did. Even not because you could have been like Halima said. You could have just been having fun. You could have been drunk. You weren't even thinking that deep. But that's the destruction that you've caused.
Right.
Okay. Now. Yes, counseling. I think I would file for separation. I need time. I need to see that you actually want this back. Like this was a mistake. You feel me? Because it's sharing your body. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I don't know how deep marriage is for other people, but for me, I'm a bit religious. So marriage is a big thing, is a covenant in front of God. And you disrespected that. You disrespected me. Right? So I can't just take you back just because, oh, what are people going to say or whatever. But like, we genuinely have to work through that. Like, is something actually wrong? Were you just having fun? Like, I want to know so we can kind of know how to move forward. Like, that's a big deal. Stepping out on people is a big deal. It ruins lives. You know what I'm saying? Like, it changes people. This is a big thing. So it just depends on what stage of life you're at with this person and how much you want it back, I guess.
And two, you're a real person or you're not. You know, you're genuine or you're not.
Yeah.
A cheater, you're a cheater. You're not, you're not.
Yeah, that's gonna damage shit forever, though. You gotta think about it. Every time you go on a business trip, you're going out with the guys. You're going to get food and she's not coming along. You're going on errands and she's like, it's gonna every time her mind's just gonna be spinning. So that's something. Just think about it before you do it.
Facts.
Yeah.
How do you feel about that?
I think that's a really, really good way to put it. I mean, I feel like we're kind of in agreement on this one just because I already said, like, both betrayals are, they're betrayals. I just think that some are worse than others.
Yeah.
But I respect that. I respect trying to work it out. I think it's the hard choice, but I think it's oftentimes the right choice.
Yeah.
True.
But I'm not going to sit here and act like there aren't dudes who cheat and deserve to get divorced.
Yeah,
Agreed.
definitely so.
Definitely.
Definitely
That's very
so.
true.
I feel like it also depends on how you go about it after the deed is done, you know? Are you going to let her find out from the streets? Are you going to deny it? Are you going to make her feel like she's crazy for thinking you did it? Like,
Because that adds more disrespect
yeah,
to
that
the whole
adds
situation.
more because now you're playing with her head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You play with her heart, now you're playing with her head. Like, you're messing up
You
a
ain't
person.
gonna say nothing unless you didn't get caught.
Yeah.
So that makes
So
me think the next
if
time
you
you're gonna
come
be
to me
sneakier.
and you're like, hey, this happened,
Right.
I'm like, okay, this sucks. I feel like crap. I feel like you did this, that, and the third, and the results of your actions is this. But we gotta figure out how to move forward from it. If that was genuine, like you genuinely coming to me and telling me I was fucked up and this happened. Now, if you're planning this for a while, you was talking to Shorty on Facebook before you flew out, like, that's a whole different type of thing.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like you just gotta, when you come with her, just come clean so she knows where to position herself.
Facts.
Yeah.
It's a respectable answer.
Thank you.
Like I don't like another thing is like I even said it in the last video, but people it just goes over their head.
Yeah.
But I said just because I bring up these topics, especially this one in specific, doesn't mean I'm trying to justify it.
Yeah,
I'm
no.
just like trying to explain the differences in it.
Mm-hmm.
That's really it. Now, is it wrong? Yeah, because I'm
Yes.
also religious as well, so I kind of go by my religious
Yeah.
beliefs.
Right.
But if I weren't to be religious and I decided to do that,
Right.
the story is a bit different than if I do it, then you do it.
Right.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Is it still wrong? Sure.
Right.
But it's different.
Yeah, no, definitely. That's crazy though.
Damn, I was not expecting y'all to be like on purpose. No, it's fine. But it's actually, the red hair theory, actually.
Oh.
When a girl dyes her hair red,
Lord
is she
have mercy.
going through the whole phase, or is that just a thing that came out of the blue?
Honestly, what
even
is
heard of
that?
I've
What
never
is
heard of that.
Okay, I've heard of it.
Pink, yellow,
I've heard
red.
of it. I've heard of it.
Oh, you have
Okay,
it?
I've heard of it. All right, so basically the theory goes when a girl has red hair, she's coming out of a really bad breakup or a really bad situation, and that's like her rebellion or her like reclaiming herself or whatever. All right, cool. Coming from someone who has gone through this red hair theory, I will say it's not necessarily a whole phase. It's for me, it was kind of like a taking myself back or trying to like pick myself. It was like my I don't give a fuck phase. Okay, it didn't necessarily have to do with men. It had to do with me kind of reclaiming myself. So I went bald 2 times. I'm talking skin bald 2 times. I had blue hair, red hair, yellow hair, and I fried my hair orange like it was horrible. But I went through all of that, like I got tattoos, I got piercings. I needed to feel pain. I needed to, kind of get myself back. And then I started over and regrew my natural hair. And, like that's when I moved out and did all this other stuff. Like I feel like for me, it was kind of like a taking my power back phase. It didn't necessarily have to do with men. Like I just went through a bad breakup and I colored my hair red. Like
Every girl's different.
yeah.
Every
For some
girl's
girl, it might be like yeah, I'm coming out there, hide your man, hide your grandpa, hide everybody. But for me, it wasn't necessarily that.
You know what's messed up though?
Hide everybody.
Yeah, it's true though. Yeah,
Hide-
bro.
Yo, hey, if your daddy getting that social
That's
security check, you might want to hide him.
That's facts.
Stupid.
All right.
Weird.
No, but you
No,
know what's
but
you know
yeah.
what's sad though? This generation, let's say, honestly, I just want to say world because people have small minds nowadays. They
Yeah.
don't, like on this topic. If I've never dyed my hair, right? But if I want, because I like red or I like it on that girl, and I'm like, oh, let me try it. and there's my crush, let's say, you know, oh, she has red hair, hell no, you know, like I'm
Right.
not
When
fucking
did
with her.
when did red hair ever mean like?
It's like the same thing
she's
as
coming
that
out,
summer haircut
and
for
she's
men.
like, hey, the fuckboy haircut.
Yeah, the
It's like-
fuckboy haircut. Like I feel like it's the same
it's like
thing.
it's the same type
the
of thing.
same
It's like
thing.
so
Red
it's
hair?
like so like when it's no specifically when a chick dyes her hair red, like either
Yeah.
after a breakup or after a certain situation
Yeah.
with a guy. Now this is kind of like
It's
the
like a
fuckboy. It's kind
rebellion.
of like the fuckboy haircut, right? Or the Edgar cut, right?
Yeah.
It's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of people that have that, but not every guy that has it is an Edgar,
Edgar,
right?
yeah.
Or not every guy that has it is a fuckboy. So
Right.
not every
Yeah.
girl that has it is
Right.
doing that,
Right. Mhm.
but majority, right? If we were to put them all in a room and we asked them like, do you have a red hair because you're being a hoe right now? They're gonna. Most of them are gonna
Man,
raise
I
their
think
fucking.
that
Yeah,
you should worry about-
exactly.
I think you should worry about the girls that cut their hair. Don't worry about the color. Just worry about girls that
Facts.
cut their
Yeah,
hair. Period.
yeah, we
Them
talked
cutting
about
their hair
that.
off,
Yeah,
that-
bro.
Girls that cut their hair. Period. You know, whatever.
We got
Yeah,
Riley.
yeah,
with us.
Yeah, watch out for that
yeah,
one.
By the way, guys, we got Riley with us behind the scenes. He's
Yeah,
just-
Clint
just
Dix
off
is
camera.
right here. It was a long night yesterday, to say the least. Hey, man, Nuggets and 6.
Hey,
I don't know about basketball, but I kind of want to ask y'all a question though. Okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Like this kind of goes back to the whole cheating thing. Yeah, if a woman or your woman tells you that she cheated on you, but she did it and no emotions were invested, would you take her back?
No.
no, because he knows not to believe it. You know it was an
Yeah.
emotional attachment. But
Exactly.
go ahead and answer. That's a
Oh,
fact.
no, yeah,
No.
well, you just answered it.
Well, even
Damn,
more, even
Halima.
more. I like, yeah, I wouldn't believe that. But if let's just say she was telling the truth and she had no emotional attachment, that's not a good sign.
That's even worse.
That's worse.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're really out there
terrible.
parlaying for
So
anybody at this point.
there's no working
Fuck no.
No.
Absolutely fucking not.
All
No
right.
chance.
Damn,
Over my
that's
dead
crazy.
body.
Damn.
Yeah, hell nah.
That's
Yeah.
it, bro. Like, because you look bad.
Right, you
And
really
like,
do.
and plus, like, I'm talking about this shit on the internet. Like,
Right,
what
right,
happens
right.
is like, it's a bad
Right.
look for my brand.
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
this is a business decision at this point.
Honestly, yeah.
bad on me,
Images, images a lot as well. Yeah, you're a brand, so yeah, you gotta think like a brand.
Yeah, definitely. A female is supposed to carry herself to a higher standard too. She's a woman.
Why?
She's got this
What
sacred body.
happened? What do you
Bro,
think?
you know what happened? I'll
What
tell you what
happened?
happened. Men are the issue. And a
think
lot
so?
of, yes, they're normalizing all these things.
Agreed.
Right? The reason OnlyFans is so popular is because of guys. The reason all these girls like are trying to post all these provocative ass pictures to get attention on Instagram is all because of dudes hyping them up and they love the attention. So the more girls that see this, the more girls are gonna jump on that shit.
Yeah.
And honestly, like if you're gonna be like that, at least get fucking paid for it. That's
That
all I can
part.
fucking say. If you're gonna be like that, get paid for it.
But so
Okay.
I got just to piggyback off of what Seth is saying, like people like we live in like a tribe, like humans are tribalistic. So like yeah, if women see all these other girls doing this, being praised for it and making money off of it, I'm like, to an extent, I can't really blame someone for going down that road. I just think
Yeah.
it's wrong.
Exactly.
Sorry.
It's almost like it's like we can say the same thing about Andrew Tate. Like a bunch of dudes look at that and they're like, all right, well, I want to be rich
Right.
and learn how to fight and
Right.
have
Yeah.
all these girls. So
Right.
that's like now there's a bunch of dudes, trying
Right.
to jump
Facts.
on that path. So
True.
it's just like there's one trend that's good and is benefiting the society.
Right.
There's one that's not. So it's just
You're
like
like,
it's a war going on.
right.
It's just a
Yeah.
big conflict right now. But like there's this other podcast that I feel like they portray they make it seem worse than what it is, you know?
Who's that?
No, don't say the podcast name. But
Yeah. We all know what it is. We
I
all
think-
don't even.
If you know, you know.
yeah. I love you, Myron. I love you, Myron. But there's just like I just don't feel like they're also in Florida and Miami, right? So
Right.
there's just a
Yeah.
different
Different
scene,
culture. It's a
different
different
culture,
scene,
right?
yeah.
Out there too,
So
those
out
factors.
here we're getting like a different POV, So I feel
Yeah.
like it is good that we're bringing people on that like are falling in line with a lot of the stuff that we would agree on.
True.
Because it's like showing people it's like not every single person like or
Right.
every single female out there is the way that
Right.
it's being portrayed on the internet and other platforms.
Right.
Right. So
You can be different.
exactly.
It's okay to
okay.
be different.
Yeah.
Honestly, it's fine.
It
Have
is
some
fun not to
values.
be out
It's
there, and
okay.
a lot of the men you attract, the more respect you have for yourself is amazing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
It's
Like,
amazing.
yeah.
Okay. Ain't nothing on the street or the sidewalk. Get your butt in the house.
Like I told her earlier.
Yeah. We were just having this conversation
She's like,
earlier.
she said city girls are down bad.
I was like, because when I didn't know she was in a relationship, she had a boo for that long. You know, we kind of exchanged information like, yo, we've been in relationships for this long. And I was like, damn, because we used to call each other city girls from the 303. You know, because we're not from Miami or whatever. So I was like, damn, city girls down bad. And she was like, no, like this is the perfect place to be. You know,
I was
we
like,
need
we where we
marriage,
need to
want
be.
children.
I was like, I want marriage and
I was
kids.
like,
Exactly.
it feels good to hear that. You know, like
Being
damn,
a
you
city
in the
girl
right
will
place.
literally get you the
Drained.
title of a baby mama
Drained.
and a long ass rap sheet.
Drained.
That's what being a city girl will do.
Mental illness.
Mental illness.
Bro, you're gonna be in a
Facts.
hospital locked up, bro. These dudes, bro, don't do it.
Bro,
Stay
Yeah,
home.
right there.
Yeah, honestly, like there's been certain like situations that occurred very recently that like I'm talking
He's like 2 hours ago.
with the, yeah, no, I'm not even playing with it. These 24 hours, like, and it's all based off decision making, and,
Right.
like
Yeah.
the way you guys go about stuff. It's like now you see the impact that it had on you. I don't want to say I told you so, but I did.
Yep,
Every action has a consequence.
exactly. Expect it so you don't have to be
I
disappointed
told you.
when it happens. No, for real.
But I told you.
Pew, pew.
Like
Shots
it's
fired.
it's no hate, really. Like I said in the last podcast, this is all information to try to benefit you.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
We're trying to just help people out in any way we can.
Open up your minds.
We're trying to make more conversations happen on these
Exactly.
topics.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it's needed.
Yeah, the conversations that are presently happening aren't really benefiting
They
us.
ain't
I feel
benefiting nobody.
They ain't benefiting nobody. I feel like conversations like this needs to be had. Shout out to y'all for it.
For real, though.
I
Honestly.
appreciate y'all coming on.
Yeah.
Oh,
That
was
yeah.
lit.
Yeah. I was like, let me see
And
what
because
I can do.
because you decided to start mentioning some other podcasts, I just think that those who cover these kinds of topics, I don't think they go deep enough.
Right.
And I want to see these arguments and discussions had at different angles. And,
Right.
we definitely appreciate y'all coming on. I think you definitely did that very
Yeah.
well.
Oh,
Seriously.
thank you. Thank you guys for having
You guys are
us.
doing a good job at listening as well. Because
Yeah.
a lot of other podcasts, they like to cut the women off immediately. No, you're wrong. Anyways, next.
Yeah.
Are you still talking? Get out.
Yeah.
And it's just like, so why am I here? Like, did you not
Yeah,
want to hear
and
me talk?
that's another thing. It's like we want to make this a platform where it's like it's not like obviously like if you say some crazy shit, like
Right,
trust
right,
me,
right,
I'm
right.
gonna say what I
Right.
need to say.
Yeah, no,
right?
on God.
But I'm gonna approach it like you just gotta approach it in the right manner, right?
Right.
You can't really sit here and just try to bring people on and then just
Right.
shit on them, right?
Degrade them.
You're trying to
Agreed.
more guide them in the right
Right,
way.
yeah,
So
right.
that's more the approach I think
Right.
people should take.
Agreed.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, no, we're not like those people.
Yeah,
but
we
even
like
though this was influenced by them, like
Right,
I
right,
love
right,
that,
right,
like
right.
they give a lot of good information. There's
Certainly.
no doubt. There's just sometimes
ways.
emotions get high.
That's true.
But
So we have some high valued men. Y'all some high value men.
thank you.
No, I'm asking.
Oh,
I
thought you said it. I was like, oh yeah, no.
was asking. Do you consider yourself a high value man?
What do you consider a high value man?
I'm not a man. I'm not a man. I'm not a man. I'm asking you. Do you consider yourself a high value man based on what you are?
I do
don't.
not.
You do not.
No.
I consider myself a man of high potential, and I think if we give it a few more years, of course, I'll consider myself that. But we're not there right now.
Why don't
That's
you think
very
you're high?
honest.
Why
That's
don't
very
you, though?
honest.
I'm-
What
I'm-
about you?
I'm
about
on the
you?
same thing. It's like I'm like for one, like we said in another video, we're not professionals at this. Like we're 22, we're still learning, right?
Yeah.
We got a lot to fucking learn.
Right.
Yeah.
But it's like I would say like, the same thing. It's just a lot of potential here. Like with
Yeah.
everybody in this room right here, everybody that we're with, they're all on the same path as us. So
Right.
we're just trying to surround ourselves with those kinds of
you
people.
should.
And there's more of them that are not here today, but you know we'll still be working with them. You know
Right.
over the phone, whatever. But yeah, there's just like a lot of potential within. Like DNC on the Rise is not a YouTube channel. This is an organization of people. Like we're gonna
Period.
take over
I
soon.
like that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So
That
we
mindset,
got our
The
fingers in
mindset.
everything.
We love that.
everything.
We
Every
love
little
that.
thing.
So-
I love that.
But yeah,
I
it's
love
just
your
get,
answer.
yeah.
Thank you. Thank
Yeah.
you for being
was
so
straight
honest.
up, but I mean-
yeah.
Give us like
Yeah.
2-3 more years and we'll have a different story to tell.
Okay,
Uh,
ain't mad at it.
Hey,
Okay.
I'm gonna be here.
Yeah,
You
keep
better-
it a buck with
hey,
yourself.
I'm
I
a-
like that.
I really do. I appreciate
Dude,
it.
and honestly, like I want to, like what I'm thinking now, I'm gonna just say it right now. I want to bring you 3 on with like girls that are the exact opposite.
We
Oh,
love that.
let me tell
We love
you.
it.
Let me tell you.
We'll have security here. You know what I'm saying? All right, people, that's so good.
jump on it.
we
you
got
might
some
need a
guys that can
couple
do security for us.
guards.
Logan.
Okay,
But,
we'll need
yeah,
Logan and a
man.
few more because I feel like that would be good.
That would be good.
That would be interesting. I feel
You bring
like
some girls on here.
the
Bring girls
differences would show
Girls.
to go against some women.
Yeah, okay. We'll put girls versus women.
I
That's
feel
the
like they
title.
will honestly-
That'll be the title.
I feel like at that point, if you bring those girls on here, they would get so intimidated by our answers
Yeah.
that they would become like part of those podcasts where the women's like, yeah, I agree.
Just like become yes
The
men.
hive
Yeah.
mind.
And be
The
like, I
hive
agree. Nah,
mind.
baby, you know
Yeah.
behind closed doors, if he asked you that when it was just y'all three, you would have popped
That's
off
what
at the
I'm
neck.
saying,
So
like-
pop off now.
You have,
Give
you
me a
have-
reason to argue.
Right.
I love arguing and
You
debating.
have
Let's
two
do
very
it.
strong personalities on this panel.
Very.
I'm letting you know that right now.
Oh, I know.
Okay.
Right.
Alex,
You forgot one more. What the hell are you talking about?
I was just getting to you. Damn.
That's
Finish
it.
my sentence. I was like, Alex, she gonna go after you, but she's a little bit more soft. I'm gonna come for you, okay? And if you don't start making sense, we're gonna have some issues, okay? Because now I need to be able to follow what you're saying. So I'm hyped. You should definitely do it.
We'll
should
do
do
it
it. You
soon.
should do it.
Trust me, because I got a lot of those.
We here. You know.
Just make sure they didn't go to high school with y'all.
No.
Nah,
Oh,
bring
no.
the
That's
asses. That's the juicy ones.
honestly,
You
I already.
know I had smack with everybody at Stanley.
Yeah,
too.
I know.
Take all the bottles
Trying
off the
to fight
back
everybody
wall.
in that bitch.
Every
Yeah, we might
single
have
one.
to. Every
Listen.
bottle, no
I am
weapons.
a lady.
Get
I am
some
not
bubble,
fighting no little
get
girl.
some bubble
I'ma
wrap.
tell you
It's
this,
not
you
even
know.
on you. It
I
might
ain't
start.
even catching no charge for no little girl either. What
Yeah.
I look like catching a charge for some little girl who don't even know shit about life.
Facts.
I feel like that's
Facts.
a good point about it too. You haven't been through enough life.
Yep.
Yeah, so why am I gonna waste my breath on you, baby? And is you about to pay me
You want to
hourly
go
to
to a
argue?
frat party, girl. It's
Honestly,
okay.
man,
Go
yeah.
ahead.
Like to the person from earlier today, I don't want to waste my time on you.
Period.
That part. He
I
said
got
what he said.
way too much potential.
That part.
Too much. My future's so
Okay.
bright. I have to wear glasses almost 24/7.
Hey,
He don't ever see the shade.
That doesn't mean I don't have friends.
her.
With that being said, thank you for watching. This is DSD on the Rise. We're going to have a part 2 with them and some promiscuous women, and we're going to see how that goes, man. Thank you so much for watching. If you got to the end of the video, man. We'll catch you on the next one.
Peace out.
I can't take no